Hello and welcome to MAT212 online. We're going to go ahead and get started with getting you signed up in MathAS. So the very first thing we're going to do is I want to show you how to find it. I recommend using Bing, where if you go ahead and just type in MathAS and hit enter, the very first link you will see is for mathas.pvc.maricopa.edu. That's the one we use for our class. If you use Google, unless they've gotten it fixed, you get that link is there. It's just not the first option. So if you go ahead and click here, it'll bring you to MathAS, where you can see this is going to be the system we're going to live in, breathe in, work in, and you'll never need to go back to Canvas after you kind of watch these first series of videos and get yourself all set up. So let's get you logged into MathAS. Now, the good news, you should already be in my class. So all you need to do is go ahead and type in your MEID. And your password is literally the word password with a capital P. So I'll type that right up here. It is the word password. There we go. Password with a capital P. If you just type that in this box right here where it says password, you should be fine. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and change the accessibility to force image-based displays. It works otherwise, but I found the math display is a little better when you use that. So we'll go ahead and log in, and that should get you into the class. So once again, it's your MEID, and your password is the word password with a capital P. Now, what we're going to do is that probably, since we all know each other's passwords, it's probably a good idea to change it. So you'll notice from this main page, right here in the top right-hand corner is where we can go ahead and change a password. So you'll click on that, and you'll enter your old password, which we all know is password with a capital P. And now you can type in any password you would like. So go ahead and do that. Me personally, I am a fan of making it the same as my MEID password, so that way everything matches. MEID and password for school is the same as MEID and password for MathAS. Now, the next thing you may want to do is change user info. In here, you'll see this is where your first name, last name has been entered. Your email address will most likely be the one from Paradise Valley. And so therefore, when I send out messages and send out information, it's going to go to that email. And I would highly recommend leaving this checked to notify me by email when I receive a new message, so that way if I send messages, you don't have to log into the system to see them. You can just go ahead and do it. If you'd like to upload a picture of yourself so I can see what you look like, that is fine, just to make it a little more personal, but I really don't care. Do whatever you'd like. Now, show on homepage, just would you like there to be a widget that tells you when new messages are posted and when new forum posts are posted? So I'm personally a fan of having everything checked because I want to know whenever anything gets changed. And then everything else should be fine. So if you go ahead and click Update Info, you are now in MathAS. You now know where to go to log in. So the next thing is where do you go to get into your class? Well, I've already enrolled all of you, so you don't need to worry about this enroll in a new class option. You should see our class right here. It won't say the word sandbox. It'll say our course number. This is just a demo class that I created. So when you go ahead and click into that, you should now see a class that's extremely similar to yours. Extremely similar to what you're seeing on the screen. There might be some minor differences, but it should be the same basic layout. So here's the big idea how this flows. You're going to live and die in this main section here. Now you'll notice off to the left is messages, forums, calendar, gradebook. So there's some important information over there. But for now, let's focus in here. The course is a OER course, which stands for Open Educational Resources, which means everything is provided to you at no cost or low cost. So the book I'm using is actually a no-cost book. It is 3 chapters that we're going to cover. There's actually more to this book. I just took out the 3 chapters we actually want to use. And you can read a little bit about who wrote it and whatnot if you'd like. But chapter 1 is all review. And then we're going to have chapter 2 and chapter 3, the derivatives and integrals. Those are going to be our big ideas throughout the course. The chapter 1 is review material. It is not I'm not going to cover it. You're not graded on it. You just need to do it. Make sure you remember everything that you need to know. But so that's kind of just for you, and you'll see. So there is as you scroll down here, you'll see here's a open discussion forum where it's a place where you have to go to discuss anything you would like. Study groups, and they could be, don't forget virtual study groups. You can Skype, you can, I don't know, there's all sorts of things out there. You can get together and meet with people and do problems and talk. So nonetheless, you could post homework questions, that you don't want to me. You want to just throw them out to a group and see if anybody else has a thought on it. That this is a great place to do that. Now, the next big piece here that we're going to see is this arrow that has written homework and handouts. In here, you will find almost every piece of paper that you might want to print for the class. So the first thing you'll see here is the syllabus. The syllabus, we're going to go ahead in another video and go through that, but if you want the syllabus, there you go. Now here is chapter notes. Now these are expected to print, and as you watch the videos in the course, which you'll see in just a second, you're going to go ahead and fill out these notes as you go through and do the problems on your own and whatnot. So you'll see there should be notes for every section. And so if a section's missing from the list, it means we're not doing that section in the book. And you'll see section 2.4, it does say we'll skip this for now. We're actually going to skip that forever. Nonetheless, the notes are all right here. Next, there are a few extra little websites that as we go through the course, I will make mention of these. So just if I make mention of where, go to the practice websites, this is where you're going to go. The book, we're going to do a lot homework in MathAS and out of the book. So MathAS problems are graded in there in this web browser, which we'll show you as we get down to a homework section. But if you're doing problems out of the book, here are your answers for chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Now they are selected. The word odd is used loosely. We'll think of it as selected answers. Sometimes it's every odd, sometimes it's evens, but nonetheless, it's just answers. And last but not least, a few helpful videos and resources. So I found students have a hard time remembering how to do slopes and regressions in their calculator, so there's that one. And if you need Microsoft Office, our Maricopa Community Colleges does offer that for free. You get Office 365 for free as long as you are a student at the college. So if you need it or you'd like it, you can go ahead and follow that link, and it'll take you to where you can go and download it and install it. And I believe it's up to it's for several devices. You can put it on your laptop, your phone, your iPad, your whatever you've got. So next you will see, so that's it for the printout kind of info stuff. Now this next box is kind of self-explanatory. It's test preparation materials. We're not quite ready to go into those. We'll come back and look at those later. But now we're getting to the good stuff. Here's the layout. Chapter 1, which is a review chapter and is not graded. So, but you can see, you can go through here and practice and read. And it's good. I can show you the layout just in general of how this class works. Excuse me. So you'll see when you click this little down arrow, you get 3 boxes in every section. The first box is the textbook. So if you click here, instead of being the up above where we had chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 for the textbook, this is section just 1.1. So it's broken up just so you can be a little more isolated. It's all PDF files, so they're printable, they're downloadable, you can do whatever you want. So oops, I accidentally clicked, but so there you go. You can see here's the book. I'll back up. Pardon me. So now, videos. You're not supposed to have to read the book and teach yourself. I'm not a big believer of that. I think that videos should be provided for everything. So you can see everything you need to know out of the section will come from these videos. And the videos that are here will correspond with the notes that you're supposed to take. There's 2 ways to do the videos. If you actually click this link, it'll take you out to the YouTube video. Or the little plus sign will bring up an embedded version of the video, so you don't actually have to open other windows. It'll live right inside this web page. Okay, So there's your videos. And then last but not least, there's the homework assignment. Notice the homework assignment is just this little 1.1. Don't click use a late pass. So it's section 1.1. So when you want to go do the homework, there we go. We're now in the homework assignment. And again, in the homework video, I'll show you how to operate in here. But just wanted to show you that that's the general layout. And you'll see there's one of these for every section. And same thing for chapter 2, same thing for chapter 3. So it should be highly predictable. I hope you feel like you understand every week what you're doing should be the same. Every time you log in to do homework, it's the same thing, or to do your class, it's the same thing. You're opening up a section, you have the textbook there, you're watching your videos, you're filling out your notes, and then you're coming to do your homework. Okay, so I hope this is a good intro video into MathAS. Oh, and I guess I should show you log out. So especially if you're on a public computer, make sure you log out so someone doesn't have access to your stuff. So we'll go ahead and click log out, and we are back in the main page. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask away.